Work out less, eat more, and get leaner. Yes, it's true. Watch this.
Our next caller is Skylar from West Virginia.
Hi, Skylar. How can we help you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Great.
It's crazy for me to be introducing myself. I've listened for a while and heard so much about your guys' lives and your families. I feel like we're like best friends. So it's weird for me to like be talking to you for the first time.
We are.
We are friends.
Yep.
I'll start off with a little bit of background and then go into my question. Overall, the last 2 years, I've lost about 50 pounds, gone through a lot of different phases, and it hasn't always been linear, but overall, that's where I am. About a year ago, I felt like I plateaued a little bit. I started working with a coach. It started off really well. He put me on a meal plan, and it was very more clean food focused. I was at a point where I was eating a lot of processed food and trying to fit protein in everywhere I could. So my digestion was terrible. So the clean foods helped a lot at first. Started with that and then started implementing more cardio, which slowly increased. And I'm now up to doing an hour of fasted cardio in the morning and 20 minutes post lift daily, and lifting 6 times a week. I'm eating a good bit of food, about 1,500 calories a day, 150 grams of protein, but less than 100 carbs. And my plan's very meal plan focused rather than macro focused. And I'm a numbers person. So I'm kind of tracking my food on my own, and he looks at my food journal. And I didn't really realize it at first, but I think that it's very thermogenesis focused. Right now I'm dropping about 0.25 to a half pound a week, which is okay and probably what I should shoot for. But at this point, I'm in the gym for 3 hours a day and working like 65, 70 hours a week. So it's tough for me. Ideally, I'd like to get macro focused again so I can decrease some of the cardio. I'm just kind of lost on how to move forward. I don't know if I keep the same food and slowly back out of the cardio, or if I decrease. I'm just scared to put pounds on, but I'm also scared to increase more cardio, or I just don't really know how to back out of it. So I guess just looking for some guidance.
Yeah. So, okay.
I see why the title of this question was "I'm breaking up with my coach." Though now.
Yeah. Is that so?
So
okay. You said something interesting. It's thermogenesis focused. Did your coach tell you that, or did you just say that?
No, just kind of doing my own research.
Okay.
Have come to find that out.
That's a buzzword. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah. There's no thermogenesis. Okay. Yeah. Focus. So if you read anything that says this is a thermogenesis focused diet or whatever, it's garbage. So don't worry about that. Okay, so here are some red flags with certain coaches. Okay, here's one big one. They have 2 buttons, and this is the 2 buttons that they use no matter what. Drop calories, more activity. Oh, you're not losing enough. Drop calories, more activity. Drop calories, more activity. And then you end up where you're at now, where you're like, I'm working out a lot, and I can't do any more. Where do I go from here? I'm stuck. And that's because you've been coached the wrong way up until now. So the question is, what do you do from here? I would start by cutting the cardio down and keeping the diet the same. I think that would be where I would start. I would take your cardio, I'd cut it way down. An hour and 20 minutes most days is just, unless you love it, it's like your favorite thing in the world to do.
It's brutal.
It sucks. So I would cut it down by more than half or all of it. I would do traditional strength training, full body, 3 days a week, MAPS Metabolic style. Keep your calories the same. Watch and see how you feel. After a few weeks, then I would try and do maybe like a reverse diet. Your calories are 1,300 to 1,500 a day.
That's low.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would reverse diet till you get yourself up to a number that you feel comfortable cutting from. Okay? So whatever number you go up to, think to yourself, can I cut from here and then stay at that cut calorie number and feel good? So that might be, 23, 24, 2,500 calories. And then when you cut, you get closer to 2,000 calories. But right now you're probably too low. I haven't met very many people who feel great eating 1,300 to 1,500 calories every single day.
Not only that, we just saw her pictures right now. You have good muscle mass on you. That's way too low for like you said your weight what around 160, 175. Is that where you're at right now? Is that what you said?
I'm at 175 and would like to get to 160.
Yeah. But you're solid though. I mean, I'm looking at you like you're not like a 170 and really overweight person.
How tall
you're
are you?
170 and solid. I can see it in your legs.
Yeah. How tall are you?
5'5", 5'6".
Yeah. Boy, weight is so misleading.
Yeah.
Very misleading. I wouldn't
You look really good, by the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't even look at the scale so much. I would go by performance, maybe body fat test trends, because for someone like you, you've got good muscle mass. I wouldn't see most people would not have guessed.
No, you would
body
not.
weight.
I didn't guess that she looked like that. I saw your weight, and then I saw your picture. I was like, oh shit, you don't look like what I was assuming you look like.
But I've worked with women like you who have they've got great muscle mass. They look like they're just phenomenal. And then they're heavier on the scale because they're like athletes, and it's great. And by the way, what Adam's talking about is we have a huge potential with your metabolism.
Yeah.
You would be the kind of person that would be able to reverse diet 1,000 calories at some point higher than you're at now,
for sure,
and probably still cut.
Yeah.
So I would cut cardio. I would focus on traditional strength training, and then I would go reverse diet after you settle after that.
You're obviously doing a great job lifting. So I don't know if that's good from the coach or the trainer. Or this is just a coach on the diet part, or if you have experience lifting or without. I'm assuming you obviously squat, deadlift, all the good movements.
Yeah, I worked out at Planet Fitness for a long time, but just switched gyms. So I've fell in love with it again. I was getting a little bit bored, but my coach has just done my nutrition. I tore my ACL in high school, so kind of had to lift, and then got really into it after that.
Were you an athlete?
Yeah, multi-sport athlete, but then when I tore my ACL, could not.
Called it. Called it.
Yeah.
You got great genetics.
Yeah. You know, you
Thanks. Yeah. I'm shorter, so it helps.
No. You got great genetics. You know what you just did. You literally hammered your body to slow its metabolism down.
Yeah.
You've got great genetics. You can go. You're going to be able to reverse diet very successfully if you do it right.
Just be okay with a little bit of the weight not maybe being right. Like, don't get hung up on the exact number on the scale right now, especially right now, because I can tell by your body type, you're probably going to put muscle on pretty quick. And so the scale could absolutely go up. Go off of how you feel and know that the ultimate goal is let's get those calories up to the high 2000s. I'm saying you should be 2,800 minimum calories, and then we can come back down from that. But you have massive potential.
Do you have our reverse dieting guide? Do you know how to do this reverse diet properly?
I don't. Do I increase 100 a week? What's the pace
We're going to send it to you.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
It'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then give me a little insight on what your programming looks right now, so I can put you on one of ours that's a little bit different, so we have a nice switch on adaptation. What are you doing right now?
Okay, I ran anabolic and then aesthetic a couple times. I love that one. I like being in the gym a lot, and since I was spending so much time there, the 6-day program was helpful for me.
How about MAPS Anabolic Advanced? How about that?
Anabolic Advanced would be good, or even split. Let's go MAPS Anabolic Advanced.
Yeah, I like that.
But cut the cardio, okay?
Immediately?
Yeah, I would keep your calories where they're at.
Yeah.
Cut the cardio out completely. Switch to MAPS Anabolic Advanced. After a few weeks of settling into that, if everything feels good and you're like, okay, I'm good, I'm getting stronger, I'm not seeing these massive swings in weight, then I would start the reverse diet.
Okay.
Okay? Does that sound all right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Keep us updated too.
Yeah. You look apprehensive. You scared?
I am scared. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
But
It's a total change.
It's what I thought I would hear, but it's hard to
All right.
Yeah.
Do I need to put you in the forum so we're checking on you?
Get some accountability there for you.
I think the end goal for me is to cut to a point where I can run a prep and find a new coach and compete eventually. But I feel like I need to get it under control myself.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Okay. So
you're in the forum.
Before you go that route, okay. So you would be a perfect person who would reach out to me like, yo, Adam, I heard you coach clients for this. Would you get me ready for a show? I would do an assessment of what you're doing, and I'd say I won't let you pick a show yet. I'd say first. Yeah. You and I, with your muscle mass, where you're at, I would want you to be somewhere 2,800 calories plus eating at maintenance before I put you through some sort of a 12-week cut for a bikini show or something, because
Yeah.
I know what that takes in order to do that. And what we're going to have you're too low of calories to do anything with that right now. So we need to focus on building that metabolism right now.
Yeah.
And then you'd be in a healthy place. So
you're gonna
that should be your goal before you decide you're going to sign up for a bikini test. Make that promise and commitment to me that you should be able to maintain at 2,800 calories a day and not see your weight go up or down. Really, that's a good place to be.
Yeah. So I know you're scared. You said earlier that you trust us and we're friends. So trust your friends. We're telling you what to do. Just do it, and you're going to end up in a great place.
Okay, so cut the cardio, like no cardio.
Yeah,
like,
you walk. Walking's
Sayonara.
fine. Stay active throughout the day. Okay, I don't want you to just like do nothing. Walking's fine throughout the day. If you want to track your steps, that's fine. 8 to 12,000 steps a day, but just cut the cardio out. Cut the cardio out. MAPS Anabolic Advanced. Keep your calories the same. After 3 weeks or so, if everything feels stable, start the reverse diet.
How intense was the fasted cardio in the morning? Was it walking, or were you actually getting after it?
Elliptical at like 150.
Okay, so you're kind of getting after it.
Yeah.
Will you?
And then I typically do Stairmaster or incline walk after my lift.
Okay, yeah. So you're getting okay. So will you still wake up at the same time if I tell you don't have to do that? Because here's my one concern: is if I tell you to eliminate all the cardio and you now sleep in that hour and a half.
Exchange, yeah.
That's a big shift in calorie difference. So are you not going to get up that early anymore? If I tell
I could probably sleep in an extra hour.
Well, hold on. Do you need the extra sleep?
I wake up at 4, go to bed at 9. 10. I get 7 hours.
Yeah,
typically.
no, do the sleep. Yeah, go ahead and sleep in. You're fine. You go to bed at 9, 10, wake up at 4. Yeah, get some sleep. You know what's funny about?
I could wake up at 5.
Yeah, you know what's funny about this is you've got such great genetics that with the shitty programming that you're on and the ridiculous amount of cardio and low calories, you've actually been able to keep like amazing muscle. So you actually, if I had you, like if you came to me and hired me and I talked to you about all this and I saw this, I'd be rubbing my hands together like, oh, this is going to be amazing. She's going to respond really, really well because you shouldn't even be able to have muscle right now with what you're doing.
Yeah, it started slowly, so I didn't really notice. And then it just kept going up and up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Do what we say.
check in with us in the forum. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
All right.
You know what's funny? Someone like her would get so abused in the competing space because a coach could just fucking hammer
Throttle
her.
down.
And she would do okay because her body's able to hold on to some
She's
muscle.
got all that muscle.
I know.
My one concern though is if you eliminate all that cardio that she was doing and you also sleep in an extra hour and a half, that's a huge shift in calories.
burn.
But if her body needed it, and it's more recovered, if it's all that.
Yeah, but that's a big switching off. So I mean, she's in the forum, so we're gonna get a chance to. But that if she has a hard time at all, or she sees a dramatic shift in her weight going up,
right,
we would have to do. I'd counter it with some walking throughout the day.
Right.
So that's what I would do. Is I'd actually probably ask her to monitor her steps, and so I had an idea of like how much movement she's getting in the day, and then I'd find ways to incorporate it throughout her day in walking, so she doesn't have this dramatic 500 to 800 calorie shift a day in burn, even though she probably needs to sleep, even though her body needs to relax a little bit, she doesn't need to be pushing that hard. That overnight switch could cause a little bit of weight gain.
It could,
away.
but if she stabilizes reverse diet. But here's the other side of it too that sometimes happens is that her body has just become so efficient that when she cuts the cardio out, lets her body recover, her metabolism just speeds up because it doesn't feel like it needs to be so thrifty. So for the first week or so, calorie surplus. After that, now the body starts
fully recovered.
Yeah,
and building now.
And she'll see herself get stronger, feel more rested, and all that stuff. So, but after a few, and that's a good call putting her in the forum. I think that'll be good to watch.